Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Yorgos and this is the Ove Boat. We have completed now the first part of the electrical work, which has been to install the LED lights, have the navigation lights working, the switch panels have been installed, and now it's time to proceed with the second phase of this project. And stay tuned because there is a big surprise coming in this episode. But before we move to finalizing the installation, I want to work first on the mast light. I have already purchased that, but the cables do not have any continuity, so I want to diagnose why that is happening. And in order to do that, I will have to remove the rail from the boat. So my first line of business for today is to remove the rail, get those cables out, and see if there are any cracks, splits, or otherwise they have been, let's say, damaged, so that I can see if I can find any continuity, if I cut them a bit further shorter, or if they look okay, then to try to identify the issue that maybe it's closer to the cables that are towards the switch panel. So let's move on to removing the railing, and then we proceed with the diagnosing. I think I might have found the culprit, and the reason is that normally those screws are like this for the rail to be installed. There is one screw that has been like this and it has a nut underneath. So what I think has happened is, and I'll change the angle of the camera to show you. We do know that there are two cables in here, and we can see that there are three screws. And we also know that the cable, and we will look at it from inside as well, that the cable goes basically from the middle in here, goes from there all the way like this, and then goes that way. Let's look at it from inside as well. See the hole in here, and this one is the cable. This cable goes all the way here, all the way there, and then goes from here and all the way down. Now, my guess is that this hole in here has basically destroyed the cable. So if I can take, yeah, you can see that the cable should go there, it continues there, and then goes out. So I think what has happened in here is that the cable has actually been cut there. But in order to figure this out, I need to remove the rail. So I'll continue with the work. But yeah, this is clearly the problem. Now the question is that, can I find continuity for those? Here it is, how I see it. I think this can give me some room to be able to figure out if I can find some continuity. but I will also need to remove the cables that are here. This is the view from here. So I need then to shed some light maybe and try to get those cables removed. In order to find continuity, what I want to do first is clean up this area a bit. So I will cut those cables here. So now they are a bit cleaner. And I'll take the multimeter. Also, what I will do is get those a bit more visible. Like that. And like this. And now I have a banana here, so that is much easier because this is now just grabbing here. So I have now the access to the cables here. So let's see if we get any continuity. Not this one. Not this one. Success. So we have the one which we can name positive in order also to be able to remember which one is which. I will strip this cable already. All right, this is identified now. I'll strip this. And before I strip this, once again, cut a small piece so that it's a bit cleaner. And then strip. All right. Now, time to identify the negative. Not this one. Not this one. Do we have any pending? It seems that I can find continuity only on one end. It's not totally lost because in any case I was planning to have both the navigation light and also the floodlights there. So in any case I would have needed to put a second cable there. So what I'm planning to actually do is that I will still cable this as a positive, and then I will put another cable in, and that will have then obviously it's the duplex cable like this. So it will basically be having 3 working cables. That will mean then that I will have 2 positives and then I will share the negative. So yes, it's a bummer that the one cable doesn't have continuity, but it's not the end of the world. So what I have started doing now is threading this cable through the hole that the previous cables were, and then I will just connect them. And from there on, I will proceed then with just cabling everything and connecting it to the switch panel and giving it already electricity. I think it is time to reveal the surprise. And this is something that I'm really, really excited about, for the simple reason that I just managed to pretty much double my battery capacity. So without further ado, let me present to you the lithium iron phosphate battery that I bought. Here it is. 100 ampere hour, 12 volt mini battery with Bluetooth, so that I can pretty much follow what is the capacity at any given time, and at a very attractive price. I didn't purchase it blindly, but I have seen many reviews on YouTube about this battery, and I have to admit that it is one that has received really positive reviews, and people say that normally the capacity of it is over 100 ampere hours, with many people getting up to 110. So I have bought some bus bars, and I want then to pretty much set it up, but not in its permanent position, because I have some plans of certain, let's say, things that I would want to do down there. So I will connect it now to test how the battery works with the setup that I have done. However, the permanent setup will come a bit later. I actually went to the store and I changed the mast light to a much longer one. This is 1 meter long, and it can also exit from the base. So what I'm hoping to do in here is, by removing this plastic, that I can actually then get this directly to the hole of the mast light and where the cables are. So I am not sure how this is going to work. However, the idea here is that I'm having a much taller light, so that when I'm actually driving the boat, the light is much higher than I am. I'm rather tall as a person, so I don't want to have the light straight to my eyes, so I'm going for an option which is much longer light. It can be visible, obviously, from further away, and also then it doesn't obstruct my driving. So let's see how I can maybe mount it and see if it works. I don't know, but I'm hoping for the best. So after a lot of deliberation, I have managed to install the mast light. So let's look at it together, and I will explain then while I'm showing it where I had to improvise, but result is okay enough. It's not perfect by any means, but it will do. And here it is. What I have done, I have managed to install a couple of O-rings so that there is no water entering in here. And then I have screwed it in place, so it looks pretty sturdy. So I'll go with this solution, at least for the time being. And now, time to install this bad boy here on the rail and do a bit of cable management here, and then we will proceed with the final stage of this electrics project on this hardtop. that one is ready and it looks pretty good. So let me change the angle and let's look at it together. There we go. What I will be doing now is a bit of cable management. Obviously, what I need to do is the cable that goes all the way there. What I need to do eventually is drill a hole that this cable will be going through somewhere there. I will then be managing to close that hole with one of those solar panel protectors for caravans, and then the cable will go behind this. It won't be visible at all from inside the cabin, and then directly to the switch panel, and everything will be good. Let's look at it again. It looks so pretty. It looks so good. And then together with the navigation light, I'm really happy about this. Just a matter now of connecting it properly to the switch panel. Here is the final result. What I will be doing is that I will be connecting this negative to this negative so that they will be then shared negatives for the lights. And I have taken it across this rail, and obviously I will get some smaller zip ties so that I can make it look even a bit better, so that we don't have this kind of saggy results in here. However, this is now the final result. I'm rather happy about this. Next day, it was getting rather late last night, so I decided to go home after I connected the cables. However, during the night I had an idea, and that was evolving around, can I avoid drilling a hole on the hardtop for getting that cable passed through? And I managed to find a solution. So let me show you what I have done. And then my next target is to connect those cables positive to the switch panel and negative to the fuse box, and see how those lights work. And this is what I have done with the cable. So I have managed to put it through this gap in here. My kind of plan is that this will be mounted something like this around here, where the canopy goes, and then I have managed to basically put it from here and all the way there, that this will then kind of, I will try to glue it and hiding it then behind and putting it around. And now what I have done also is that the cables are ready. I have connected the connectors that are required, and I will then be connecting as I said, negative to the fuse box, positive to the switch panel. Everything is connected. So let's test if and how they work. Switch is on. We have electricity to the panel. And now we have navigation light. That's excellent. Now time to test the LED floodlights. Wow, that's a lot of light. This looks pretty good. And let's test them together. Yes. And also I'm testing that the other navigation lights work. Everything is working just fine. That's excellent. Here's a view from the front with all of the lights operational. So great news. I actually have a boat that is ready for night fishing. Another thing that I want to do is add this USB charger to the back of the boat, and that way I can have phones recharging when I'm out fishing, or connecting a tablet and charging that tablet. It is actually a very good charger, which can also charge phones to 65 watts. So this is pretty good fast charging for this boat. So what I need to do is find the correct spot to drill a hole and then make that hole bigger. I believe this is 2.5 centimeters, so I need to drill quite a considerable kind of hole. So I need to identify this spot correctly and just mount this and then cable it. Let's get to it. The USB charger now is installed, and what I want to do next is put the cable behind, and let's test it. If you remember, we couldn't find continuity for the negative one. So what I need to do is create basically a new connection that goes from the negative bus bar to the USB charger. So I will be doing this, and then I will connect everything and test how the USB charger works. I have now put a 10 ampere fuse in here, so if I have done everything correctly, by pressing this button, the charger should be working, which it is. So that is also done. So from electric perspective, I would say some cable management needs to be done in here. Obviously, I need to fix all of the bus bars, mount them in place, put the battery in its correct place. Overall, a very good progress in this episode. Night fishing now is possible. All of the navigation lights work. I have installed also the USB charger. So from electric perspective, I think I'm covered. So I will close this episode here. Next time, I want to pretty much clean up a bit the boat, because from the drilling it has been pretty dirty now. I want to start also installing fish finder stuff, and also those ram mount rails that will be used in the boat. So keep tuned in for the next episodes. This is all from me for this week. Thanks for watching. Until the next episode. Bye.